It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime, everybody. What's happening? The Geno Jones Show. Bam! Bam! You see it. You see the sign behind me. So I come to you live Monday through Friday. Normal start time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Normal days, Monday through Friday. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel, part of the Geno Jones Network. Subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. Tell everybody, or as my man Nelly would say, everybody, tell everybody. This is Must See TV. Speaking of Must See TV, I'm kicking off a new segment here on the show called Future Stars. And I got a future star. His music is blowing up like he's been a star forever. A brother named Josh X. He's got a brand new song that we are blowing up on my radio show. Love takes you higher and higher and higher and higher. So we're just going to have a conversation. We just have some fun. Let him tell his story. Talk about his hit song that's blowing up radio. And he's got an album coming out. We're going to tell you all about that and when and everything else, okay? So let me start off the show shouting out my Geminis happy birthday. Today, if you are celebrating a birthday, you are celebrating a birthday with my man Keenan Ivory Wayans. Now, this family's got to be arguably the funniest family in the history of like jokes and comedy, because it's like everybody is funny. And I mean, and Keenan is, you got Keenan and Damon and then their kids and then the sister, just the whole Sean and Marlon. It is incredible. Keenan Ivory Wayans, so he kicked off a show in the 90s. For those of y'all that's like maybe like under 40. So In Living Color came out like the early 90s. Oh my God. You would have Jamie Foxx. We still continue to lift Jamie Foxx up in prayer. He's rehabbing in Chicago. You wouldn't have Jamie Foxx. You wouldn't have Tommy Davidson. My girl Kim Coles. Jim Carrey. All got started in Living Color. And then you had Heavy D was doing the intro. Jennifer Lopez, before she became J-Lo, was a fly girl on In Living Color. So happy birthday to Keenan Ivory Wayans. He is 65 today. Kanye West, K-Weezy, Yeezy, whatever the hell, I don't know what he's going by today. So, you know, my mother and grandmother would always say, Jeannie, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say nothing at all. But I got to talk because it's my show. So, as Allie would tell me, she'd say, Dad, say less. Happy birthday, Kanye. 46. We still praying for you. We still praying for you, right? All right, so now remember a couple of weeks ago, I was telling you about Anita Baker. So she did a concert in New Jersey, and Babyface was on the show. And Babyface was supposed to come on first, and then Anita Baker was supposed to come on after Babyface. Well, Babyface didn't go on stage. And it wasn't because he wasn't there or he was late. As a matter of fact, he posted that same night, he apologized to his fans. He said, look, we're not going on. We were told to make room, I'm paraphrasing, so Miss Baker would have like her full set or just the full amount of time to do her show. Now, keep in mind, folks that went there said she got on like about 2 hours later, whatever. So anyway, so Anita Baker is defending herself. As a matter of fact, on Twitter, she's like, look, Live Nation, who were the concert promoters, she said Live Nation took full responsibility. Y'all not going to put this jacket on me. And by the way, y'all need to stop with that lie. I have never worked with Maxwell. And if you keep lying, it's going to be some, let's put it, there are going to be some legal consequences. I'm paraphrasing. But she actually tweeted like this, look, in essence, you keep on with these lies, you're going to be looking at a lawsuit. I was like, damn, Anita. And then she talked about Luther, because, you know, the stories go way back, legendary stories. In the 80s, they were actually going on tour together. And they did some dates, but from very reliable sources, because I know people who were actually apart working on that tour. And they were like oil and vinegar, Luther and Anita, because Luther was the headliner, but Anita felt she should be the headliner. It was just, you know, it was a mess. It was a mess. And it didn't last. They didn't do too many dates. So anyway, she said, listen, yes, Luther and I had our differences, but we were successful business partners. So the translation is, yeah, we couldn't, it didn't work. We couldn't go out on tour together. So Miss Baker is defending herself. Shout out to my girl, Miss Keyshia Cole. So her life story is going to be on Lifetime TV, June 24th. She's going to talk about how she overcame all the obstacles in her life to become like this big star. And she's going to be talking about the love that she has for her late mom. That would be Frankie. And so you want to definitely check that out in June 24th. Once again, that is our date. So you don't want to miss that. The Keyshia Cole biopic. And speaking of like movies about a life story, Milli Vanilli. Now, if you're like under 40, you're like, Milli Vanilli. So you had these two brothers from Europe, like Germany, Fab and Rob. You know, had the dreads, they looked like models, you know, they was in the gym, you know, cut up. So, you know, like the women loved them, some of the dudes loved them. They would just, you know, they had that look. But what they didn't have was the voice. And it eventually got out that these dudes ain't singing. They just like lip syncing and moving their lips. It was somebody else that sang because they, girl, you know it's true. Girl, you know it's true. So their song went to '1. They became like the biggest pop duo on the planet, like in the late 80s, early 90s, like 1990. I mean, they got like the album, Best New Artist. It was amazing. But then it got really crazy. And then when the jig was up and the secret got out, it just, things didn't work well. And rest in peace, power in paradise, because one of the members, the brother named Rob Politis, he is no longer with us. So that story is going to be coming out on Paramount Plus this fall. As a matter of fact, I believe the Cannes Film Festival, is a big film festival in Europe, is going on this weekend. So they're going to debut it there. So you'll get a chance to check it out. So, but it's an incredible story. So if you're like under 40, you got to see this because it's amazing. They were like as big as anybody on the planet were at that time, and then everything just came crashing down. So my lesson, what's the moral to that story? Stop lying. Don't lie. Tell the truth. If you can't sing, then don't fake it. Get somebody that can sing, like my guest is getting ready to come on screen with me now. He's from Queens. He began playing the classical piano, I read, when he was 6. So the brother had skills when he was really just, he was barely just talking and walking. Well, 6, he's walking, but a classical piano at 6. He's worked with everybody from Cardi B to Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Swizz Beatz, rest in peace, the late Nipsey Hussle. He's got a new album coming out later this summer, but he's got a hit song, Love Takes Me Higher. And there he is, y'all. You see the brother. Shout out to my man, Josh X. Josh, my brother, thank you for joining the show. How we doing?
I'm feeling good, my brother. How are you?
All right, man. Feeling good, looking good. I appreciate you, man. So let's just start off. Let's start off today, and then we can moonwalk our way back. Man, congratulations on Love Takes Me Higher. My radio station, on my show, we are blowing it up, and I see it's blowing up all over the country. So tell us the story about what was the inspiration, the story behind the song.
So, Love Takes Me Higher is a dear song to my heart. My father was diagnosed with cancer, colon cancer, 5 years ago. when I was developing Cardi B at the time.
Mm.
And my world shut down for a second, and for a real hard moment I didn't really know what to do. And of last year, the good fight is when we laid him to rest. And that moment, I lost probably somebody for the first time I could say that was from my home, and I never experienced that before. And that put me in a place where I didn't really know how to make music for a while. I kind of went into a numb place, and all of the people around me that I had support was just pouring love, 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 and showing me love and giving me love and strength. And suddenly that gave me the energy that I needed to get into the studio. And I started thinking about how great my dad would have been happy if I wrote a song for him and put that song out and got him the love that I felt and was able to put it through my music. And that's how Love Takes Me Higher was born.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, listen, when our loved ones, when they transition and they join the ancestors, there's a saying that as long as we say their name out loud, they'll always be with us because they really are. Even if they're not with us in the flesh, their spirit is with us and inside of
Yes,
us. So let's honor your dad. What's his name? Let's shout him out, man.
Serge, Mary, Jack. Love you, Pops.
All right. I know he's proud of you. I know he's up there bragging. That's my boy right there. That's my boy. Shut up, be quiet. He's singing. That's my boy.
Yes.
I see the way you smiling.
Yes.
Was he okay? See, I can relate to your dad because I'm that kind of dad with my daughters. I'm like, they're like, Dad, please stop. Just no.
Yeah, my dad was definitely like that. I would have to calm him down. Like, okay, Pop,
I
take it easy.
figured that. I figured that. So, you worked with Cardi B, Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Swizz, Nipsey. So tell us how that happened. Give us, a little background story on how you linked up with a lot of these artists, and how did they influence what you're doing musically?
Well, shout out to all of the artists that I've ever worked with. To some of the few that you mentioned, Nipsey. Shout out to him. Rest in peace. Rest in power. He heard my record on the radio that I had out with Ghostface, and he loved it so much when it was playing on Power 106 LA, and he was like, "Yo, I got to jump on this," and I was like, "Go ahead," and he jumped on it, and we became cool ever since then. Cardi B, we were actually label mates.
Okay.
Me and my good brother Shav, who's the CEO of the label KSR. That's the label right there.
All right.
We we he told me about an artist that was signed to him, and she was the first artist at the time, and Cardi was her name, and I definitely loved the vision and everything they were about, and I started working with her, and we cut Bodak Yellow in 2017, and man, oh man, history was written. So I'm very, very thankful for that. And Rick Ross, same thing, man. When I was making this record called All on Me, and I had this record, I was like, yo, Rick Ross would sound amazing on this. And we sent it to him, and boom, he jumped on it. He didn't even charge me for the feature. So I've been
Wow.
blessed to work with a great amount of people. And Stevie Wonder actually endorsed me early in my career. And I've just been very blessed, man, to
Well,
be
so tell me, how did you meet Stevie? Believe it or not, true story. I used to work for Stevie. I did.
nice,
I worked at this radio station out in L.A. Shout out to KJLH, my man Andre Russell, and everybody out that way.
nice.
I was doing the morning show. I was out there for about a year, way back in the '90s, bro. Way back in the early '90s, back in the day. But so how did you and Stevie cross paths? And what was it like just getting that respect from a legend, an icon, one of the greats of the greats?
Yes. I was actually on a promotional tour at the time with my record called First Time, and it was my first single. And I was touring with it, and KJLH was a stop. And Stevie happened to be in the building at the time, and I was playing the piano, and he was listening and caught the attention, of course, for his musical ear. So by the time I look up, see Stevie Wonder stepped into the room. Now I was just supposed to be talking to some of the program guys and
Yeah.
introduce my song to the radio station, but little did I know, Stevie wanted to come and have a one-on-one with me after hearing my music. And that was a wild experience. I was playing and I looked up and I saw it was Stevie and I started like shaking a bit. And then next thing you know, he sat down in the room with me and started singing with me. And we just went into a crazy conversation. And after he heard my music, he got emotional about certain songs and was like, listen, I truly believe you could be an artist to make this impact as long as you continue to make music like this that are uplifting and changing the world. And you can be that artist if you continue to do it like this. And I believe in you. And I just took that with me and was very, very humbled by it. And it's been one of my biggest motivations every time I go to make music.
Man, that had to be like jet fuel for your confidence, man. Like somebody just took that battery pack, that rocket booster, just.
Yeah, it messed me up for a bit. All my homies was mad for a minute because I was on a high. I was like, Stevie told me, like you can't talk to me right now. Like
Right,
Stevie,
man. Stevie
but then,
won the cosign for me, partner. Y'all don't know it's about to go down.
exactly. But shout out to Stevie Wonder, man, and he definitely is a living legend, and I
Yeah,
appreciate the moment we shared.
absolutely. Shout out to Stevie. That's my dude. I got to get back out to LA. I'd love to see him again. So you got your album is coming out later this summer. So give us the title. Tell us about it. What's the theme? What's the story, if you got one? And who all did you collaborate with and work with on the project?
Well, title, I'm in conflictions with that every time because my music keeps evolving, and with different life experiences, like the loss of my father, I was in a different place last year than I am today. So for me, coming into his 1 year anniversary, June 19th, it will be a different. The music is kind of changing a little bit, I could say. So title, I'm a little not there with it yet.
Okay.
But I have the music. The beautiful thing is I've been pouring my time in and working tremendously with the music. Now that I'm back in rock and hearing the good songs that I can write. I have a great amount of production on there from some great producers. Shout out to Dr. Wong, who's a new signee on the label, who's from the Ivory Coast, who
All right.
produced Takes Me Higher. And we got another banger in the stash that's coming with a feature that I think the world is gonna go crazy for. But I
What?
got
Can
sort
you
of paperwork hits
can
because
you give us a little clue who that feature's gonna be with?
little clue. They are currently, let's say, one of the biggest artists out of Africa, female.
What? Oh, I bet I
Female.
know. I bet I know who that is.
That's all I can say.
All right. All I'm gonna say, I got a feeling that the first initial in her name starts with a T. That's all.
Oh, boy, boy's good. The boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, oh, that is exciting. So, do we have a release date yet for the album?
This fall,
Oh,
is looking
so
the
you're
the
gonna do it
release.
the fall now, okay? Because I was reading like some
Correct.
bio information I got from your team. So instead
Thank
of
you.
late summer, just early fall now.
Early fall,
Okay,
early
cool.
fall. I'll be getting on the road, jumping on some tour dates, and looking to touch a lot of the crowd, people that I haven't seen in such a while. Due to like I said, fighting a good fight with my dad.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's time is for me to really get back out and really do what God put me on this earth to do.
Well, listen, you're doing it, man. I was just gonna ask you about tour. So do you have any solid tour dates or confirmations in terms of going out on tour with some people? Because like everybody, because now we kind of got on the other side of like the pandemic and COVID. Like
Correct.
everybody's out touring now.
Everybody's outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have great dates that are getting finalized. My team is working on it, so I should be getting on the road like in the first couple of weeks of July.
All
So
right.
I'm looking forward to that.
Well, listen, come on down this way to Charleston, South Carolina, to the Metro. We love you
We
because the
gotta
single,
check it out.
the single is blowing up, straight
Thank you.
blowing up, man.
Thank
Uh, I know you from Queens. I don't know if you're at home, but I know shout out to all the people, the brothers and sisters in New York City, and just
Yes.
with this wildfire is like, because now it's coming down this way and going
I
towards
know.
Chicago,
Hey.
and I got to tell my mom, because she's got COPD, you got to stay in the house. We got to get you like the N100. I didn't even know they had
Yeah.
I know they got the N95 mask, but I saw today they got the N100. So I'm like, you need the N100.
Yeah, we gotta get moms that.
Yeah.
Because it's cool. New York was really messed up yesterday. I was at the radio station. Thank God I got home safe, and everybody I was with was safe. But if you're outside, stay safe, everybody, for real.
Yeah, well, we sending prayers up to the NYC, to all the boroughs up there, everybody to the East Coast, Philly is coming this way. Wherever it's going, we're going to send prayers that way. Josh X, man, when you get ready to drop the album, listen, you've got a permanent home here on the Geno Jones Show. So anytime you just want to kick it, when you get new videos. Matter of fact, your team, tell your team members, send me that MP4. I'm gonna put your video into my daily rotation on my TV show.
God,
so I
so
got
much. I appreciate you guys.
Oh man,
and
come on!
I really want you to know, whenever you need something, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll be there. Thank you.
Well, like I said, the love goes right back. You got a permanent home. Anytime you just got anything to say, get off your chest, talk about, promote, sell, you always got a home here on the Geno Jones Show. Josh X, ladies and gentlemen, love takes you higher. Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and download all your music.
You can follow me on all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Josh X, spelled JOSHX. And then check for all my updates with the tours coming and new music at joshx.com. And of course, stream all the music on all the DSPs. Just type Josh X.
Yes. And one last thing before I let you get out of here, man. How did you come up with the X? What does the X represent?
My name is Xantis, my last name. So when I was on the radio earlier, when I dropped my song with Jadakiss, all the DJs would be like, Josh Xantis. Like, you know what, man? Y'all killing my name, man.
Yeah.
We gonna just keep it simple for y'all, man. Josh X.
I love it. I was like, look, man, what y'all not gonna do, y'all gonna put some respect on my name and stop mispronouncing it. So just say
That's how we roll.
No doubt. All right, man. Listen, congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. One more time, we're going to shout out Pops up in heaven looking down at you, because I can hear him. He's like, that's me. You see my son? That's my boy right there.
Right. You getting your looks, Pops. That's right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. God bless you, brother.
God bless, and happy Father's Day to you, too.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I'll receive that. All right.
Peace.
All right, man. I just love the brother's spirit and everything. And we got storms in the area again today, so I apologize. You see the drops out here. We got these crazy storms. So listen, thank you once again. Shout out to my man Josh X here. Let me go ahead and let me do a little something, and y'all see me back there. I don't know. New York City got the fog. And we got storms for several days. Listen, thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you. The Geno Jones Show, 6:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The next live edition is coming Friday, 6:30 p.m. As I'm going to let these storms pass, I'm going to sign off. And as always, be blessed. Pray for peace. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.